your shoes.
Does the idea of picking up the phone fill you with stress and dread? Well, guess what? You're not alone. A new college course in the UK is trying to help people get over their fear of talking on the phone. This course tackles something many people deal with, and there's actually a name for it. It's called telephobia. Telephobia, also known as phone anxiety. For more on how this course works, we're joined from Nottingham, England by Liz Baxter, a career advisor at Nottingham College, who helped design this course. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So telephobia is a real thing. How did you figure that out?
As a careers advisor, we work with students to get them ready for work or university, a range of options. And when we were supporting them, it became increasingly obvious that students really aren't comfortable selling and promoting themselves when it comes to job interviews, when it comes to progressing towards university, via telephone calls. They're happy using a phone for any other form of communication except actually making and receiving audio calls. It's just not been part of their experience or their skill set so far.
I was going to ask you if it was a generational thing, but this was me when I was younger. I was terrified to pick up the phone to order a pizza. Like, my parents used to force me to do it, and I'd be in tears. And I have to say, Liz, at the time, couldn't explain it. In fact, I still don't understand what that was. I was probably 12 or 13 at the time. What have you uncovered about the root of this fear?
I think actually it's about not having had the opportunity to demonstrate those skills. Nowadays, if you call your bank, you will automatically go through to an AI assistant. If you make a phone call to an organisation, it's some automated AI system that answers. So it's kind of not young people's fault, really. They've just simply not had the opportunity to develop those skills. So what we do is we use scripts and we allow students to practice scenarios where they have to manage the ebb and flow of a two-way conversation, making a phone call, and that kind of helps little bite-sized practices to increase their confidence and their skills in this area.
So I understand in the course you mentioned 5 steps to phone confidence. Can you walk us through what those are?
So practice is the first one. Getting yourself into a safe zone. So, you know, you're not going to be interrupted. There's no kind of barking dog in the background. Do your research. Do your research about where you are going to, who you're going to be speaking to, and what the ebb and the flow of the conversation is likely to look like. Also, cheat codes. The best thing, the absolute best thing about being on the telephone is you can write notes. You can write yourself prompts to kind of help yourself as you go along. And remember that the person on the other end of the phone may actually be as nervous as you are. Not speaking into a void. You know, there is the opportunity for you to connect with someone. Even though you can't see them, they're still there. If you smile, you can hear that in your voice, and it comes over, and it kind of equates to a much more confident and warmer telephone call.
And what's the feedback been like from students?
Actually, it's been really, really positive. This is an overwhelming area of need for us, and we want students to be the best, most confident of themselves, versions of themselves going forward. So, yeah, it's definitely a really positive impact here at Nottingham College.
Is homework like they have to call each other kind of thing?
That's exactly what the homework is. They have to be open and committed to making at least one audio telephone call a week.
Wow.
First one they know, and then rolling it out to people that they don't know in more formalised situations.
Have you had to explain to them what a home phone is?
Yeah, really.
I know.
Which is the mobile phone call, but yeah, the actual phone with a wide, real learning opportunity for us.
Honestly, Liz, when my kids a couple years ago saw a payphone for the first time in an airport, and they picked it up, and there was a